to be locked in on some altcoins that are either oversold or in the almost oversold territory, because again, we have been chopping, we've been in a downtrend. Bitcoin has been chopping since roughly the beginning of August, and now we have the FOMC meeting upcoming, which is looking very good for a rate cut. And that's going to cause the market to bounce back in a big way. So, right now, in my opinion, HBAR is one of the best projects to be looking into to buy before the Fed meeting on September 17th. Now, if we're thinking about that, we also have to pay attention to the average crypto RSI. So we could see that this is at about roughly 46. We're almost into the beginning stages of oversold. And I love the fact that Coin Market Cap added this. Over here, we have the RSI dashboard. Now, HBAR is in the middle, so it's actually at a neutral territory, but it's starting to move up on the list to the strong territory of overbought. This is where we are looking into averaging up some buys into HBAR, but not right now. I don't think that now is the best time to be buying HBAR, but we are in a very solid downtrend. And if we're looking at the 1 year, we are retesting those May highs. So I would be watching for a big bounce somewhere around the May highs. I think that around like 19 cents, 20 cents, it's a safe, spot to really kind of average into HBAR. I mean, if you think about it like this, in the last month, we are down about 16%. We're still up massively on the 1 year, and also on the all-time chart, we're actually down about 48.55%. From the all-time high, we're down 62.4% as well. So, it's not a bad decision to average in now. I'm just saying, I do think that we get a little bit lower price action leading into the Sunday close, which is of course the weekly market close. Now, when we think about the chart, this is what the current chart setup looks like. On the weekly, I do think that we get into, a little bit deeper areas. For an example, this is about 20.5 cents. This is on the weekly. This would be a very good spot to be looking into averaging up some HBAR buys, because again, it's retesting a major high where a potential bounce is possible. Now, if we're looking at the 3-day, just looking at the 3-day structure, I still think that we could tap this red zone. This red zone is around like 16.5 cents to about 19.5 cents. We should start to form a floor around this level down here before we start to really bounce back in a big way. And, this should take us back to about 39 cents. We should be retesting, somewhere within the range of like 35 to 39 cents, retesting a potential break over the highs going back to January, leading into new all-time highs. This is that big wipeout moment, though. I've talked about this on multiple occasions. If we go all the way back, and I want to just take you guys back to 2020 into 2021, you might not know this, but yes, altcoins got absolutely slammed leading into 2021. For an example, here we have a big push up into August of 2020. And right before we started to really push up in the market, we sold off for, a few months. This was actually, just taking a quick look, this was 138 days from roughly August 16th. This is a 3-day candle, by the way, August 16th, all the way into, January of the new year. So you're talking about, 4 months almost of just solid downtrend and sideways price action. And during this time, a lot of people really kind of just wrote off altcoins. They thought that altcoins were never going to bounce back, that, they were basically done. And if we're thinking about the market right now, I mean, even going off of some of these highs, our previous high was July 27th. It wasn't a significant high either. We hit about like 30.5 cents. We've technically been in a downtrend, and let me just go off of the high here. We've been in a downtrend for about 231 days. So we are primed for a much larger move in the market. But before we see that big move, I still think that we get a little bit more pain in the market before we start to really kind of rally big on HBAR. So just kind of watch this, have some stablecoins on the sidelines for buying opportunities. I do think that HBAR is definitely one of those top tier projects in the space to tap into on the lows. But beyond that, HBAR was trending just recently again. So we have here on September 3rd, it was trending. It was trending on August 20th as well. I think prior to that, we were trending during July. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was July. But beyond that, the reason why HBAR has been trending quite a bit lately is, number one, Robinhood did post again about HBAR being listed on their platform. As you guys can see, this was on September 2nd. It did get a lot of love, as you guys can see as well. And I mean, Robinhood does have 1.2 million followers. So when they, talk about something being listed on their platform, well, people pay pay attention. But this was definitely a big update. And then also on top of that, we did get an update on some of the ETF decisions. Now, it wasn't a good decision. Here we have from HBAR Tata, we have SEC delays decision on Canary Hedera HBAR spot ETF. Still 90% chance of being approved this year, according to an analyst as well. But yes, it was delayed. Now, the final SEC deadline is November 11th. We have to pay attention to this. We have to watch for it as well. But it's definitely likely we do have a ETF for HBAR trading live in the US. And I'm talking about a spot ETF as well, which does impact, HBAR itself. Futures ETFs, they don't matter at all. They're not, trading, spot value at all. So, it doesn't really impact HBAR, but this would impact HBAR in terms of demand and value. So this is why we're so focused on a spot ETF getting approved in the US. Now, beyond that, we also got a few big updates. Hedera is going to be at CBOS on September 29th through October 2nd. I'm very excited about this. There's going to be a lot of discussions really kind of talked about regarding stablecoins, CBDCs, AI, and even tokenization. And Hedera has been making a ton of moves lately. We just talked about it yesterday that, Hedera is going to be powering Wyoming's stablecoin, which that's definitely a big one. But just taking a quick look at, the stacked list, you guys can see all of the big players from Hedera and Hashgraph that will be there. I'm very excited about this. I think that this is going to be, exciting to, really kind of listen into. I think that there's going to be a lot of clips as well. There typically is. So yeah, definitely paying attention to this one. I'll keep you guys posted as we do get closer to October as well, with updates from this event. Now, beyond that, we also got another big update for the Hedera ecosystem. So this was with Thrive Protocol. If you guys don't know, this is that accelerator program. Essentially, it's a $100 million funding pool for, top tier projects like, of course, Hedera. And we're very excited to announce 4 more Thrive Hedera projects approved for milestone-based funding, all showcasing the vast potential for consumer Web3 applications on Hedera. And by the way, for those out there that are wondering, like, how is this money getting tossed around? It's all through milestone-based funding, which is what they said here. And what that means is that these projects, they need to show that they are targeting, people, that they get, actual demand for these projects, that they're building out, things, that milestones are being met. So they're not just projects that are taking the money and saying, oh yeah, we're probably going to build something that's pretty cool, and then all of a sudden they run off with the money. No, they have to hit milestones. So this is very good to see. And these are the projects. So we have DivyBet, Chain Patrol, GrowFitter, and then also Daemons. Now, right off the rip, we have GrowFitter, which is bringing the world's first AI-powered health rewards platform to Hedera, turning everyday movement into real-world rewards. And this was featured on Shark Tank as well in India and Amazon Prime's Crypto Nights HQ. GrowFitter has reached 100 million plus users across the US and UK. And by leveraging blockchain incentives, they reward users for staying active with exclusive perks from top tier brands like Puma, CR7, Philips, and Amazon. With 1.5 million plus rewards redeemed and integrations into the Sandbox metaverse, they're pioneering the future of wellness through Web3 innovation. So this is very exciting, and we have their integration with Hedera will enable brands to issue dynamic, utility-driven NFTs like discounted movie tickets, Starbucks vouchers, flight tickets, and VIP experiences through their GFIT token. And then also next up, we have, by partnering with Hedera, we're unlocking a new paradigm where every step, workout, or health milestone translates into on-chain value. Hedera's speed, cost efficiency, and regulatory-ready framework make it the ideal partner to scale our RWA ecosystem globally, leveraging HTS for secure, low-cost tokenization, and Hedera Consensus Service for efficient NFT lifecycle management from minting to redemption. GrowFitter is bringing sustainable, compliant RWA rewards to millions of users while maintaining Hedera's carbon negative footprint. And then also we have Daemon's GameFi is creating Web3's Pokemon moment with AI-powered digital companions that evolve with your on-chain identity. Daemons is an innovative AI-enabled Web3 game where your blockchain wallet becomes the foundation for a personalized interactive digital companion inspired by Tamagotchi and Pokemon. By intelligently analyzing your on-chain activity, which chains you use, protocols you interact with, NFTs you hold, and transactions you make, Daemons generates a completely custom pet that evolves, battles, and grows alongside your Web3 journey. The game features quest systems, clan battles, and exclusive Hedera-based daemons and accessories. So this is awesome to see. Again, AI, gaming, we love it all. This is, multiple areas of crypto being targeted, which I love to see. It's a very diverse setup. And we have Hedera gives us the tech, broad user base, and support to scale daemons to global to a global audience. Great tech and a thriving ecosystem meets Web3's Pokemon moment. Hedera's fast transactions, predictably low fees, and enterprise-grade security provide the perfect foundation for real-time AI interactions and seamless gaming experiences. As daemons scale globally, Hedera's robust infrastructure enables smooth quest completions, instant battle settlements, and dynamic companion evolution without network congestion or unpredictable cost. And then also DivvyBet revolutionizes sports betting with one of the world's first fully on-chain sports books that puts power back in users' hands. I love to see this. This is great to see, and this is redefining the sports betting industry by leveraging cutting-edge blockchain technology to create a completely permissionless, trustless betting experience. No signups, no deposits, no waiting for withdrawals, just seamless betting where wagers settle instantly back to your wallet. And then by merging DeFi principles with sports betting, DivvyBet disrupts the legacy casino model and empowers anyone to be the house by providing liquidity to betting pools and earning from the profits. You know, I'm surprised that we don't have something like this in this space already, but this is great to see. Again, this is something that I could see a ton of users utilizing on Hedera. And then also we have a little bit of a breakdown down here regarding it. So we're excited to expand Divy's on-chain betting experience to Hedera, a network that aligns with our core values of speed, efficiency, and reliability. Hedera helps us push the boundaries of what's possible in decentralized betting. Hedera's exceptional performance and low fees make it ideal for scaling trustless applications like DivvyBet, enabling instant bet settlements, real-time odd updates, and frictionless liquidity provisions. And then we also have down here from Chain Patrol. It serves as a security backbone, protecting the entire Hedera ecosystem from sophisticated Web3 threats. They operate on a comprehensive real-time Web3 security platform that detects, blocks, and eliminates on-chain threats to safeguard Web3 organizations, brands, and communities across the ecosystem. Using advanced AI-powered detection systems, they identify and neutralize phishing websites, impersonation attacks, fake domains, and malicious activities within minutes of detection. This is incredible as well, and we have protecting companies on Hedera is the core of our mission at Chain Patrol. We're proud to help safeguard their brand and community from impersonation and phishing websites. In a fast-moving ecosystem like Web3, trust is everything, and we're here to protect it. As Hedera's ecosystem rapidly expands with innovative projects and growing user base, Chain Patrol's security infrastructure becomes increasingly vital for maintaining the trust and safety that enables sustainable growth. Their real-time monitoring and automated threat elimination ensure that Hedera remains a secure environment where users can confidently engage with DeFi, gaming, and other applications. These projects showcase how consumer Web3 applications are driving real user adoption and utility on Hedera's network, from gamified fitness rewards to AI-powered gaming experiences that make blockchain identity playable, to trustless sports betting that eliminates industry inefficiencies, to enterprise-grade security that protects the entire ecosystem. Hedera is becoming a platform of choice for applications that solve real-world problems and create genuine value for mainstream users. More project announcements coming soon. And I think that this is up to 8 projects now announced through Thrive Protocol. Guys, I'm telling you guys right now, we are witnessing an increased amount of adoption for Hedera. The ecosystem around HBAR is exploding right now, and this is going to lead to a lot more demand than we've ever seen in the past. This is why I do think that as we really watch HBAR kind of chop here and just in this downtrend, right? I mean, even if we think about RSI, right? Let's toss RSI onto the chart real quick. Just taking a quick look at the 1-week view here, we just broke down through the moving average. The last time that we did this was back into the middle of June. From that point on, we started to gain a ton of value and we started to rebound in a big way. Right now, what I'm mainly watching for is for us to hit either somewhere around the previous highs going back here to like September for a big bounce, which would also be a higher low just on the RSI side, or for us to potentially retest around like 40.65, which was the low from June, before we start to see a big bounce here. But it's very clear that we're starting to get into the oversold territory, especially on even some of the lower time frame structure. Like, we're at the midline here. We're still pretty neutral for the most part, but this downtrend will soon break. And what we really want to watch for is bullish divergence to show on the chart, which is where RSI is starting to rally to the upside before the big move happens. And that's very clear back here in November, where we started to spike in a big way, and the price action wasn't there until it just went absolutely crazy on the chart. So that's what we're watching for right now, any signs of bullish divergence, but we have yet to see that just yet, which is why I do think that we chop a little bit more, but don't take this, time, for granted.